All right, guys. I wanted to hop on here. I haven't addressed this situation, and obviously everybody that's watching this is well aware of what happened last Wednesday when Charlie Kirk was murdered, basically on live TV. Millions of people have seen it, and I know specifically for me that I haven't fully processed everything. And I know a lot of people that I know, especially my wife, she's just like unsettled, hurting really bad. And and I've been trying to figure out and put a to understand what is it? Why are so many people so rattled, right? Like, and so heartbroken. Like, this man was murdered, but we weren't friends, right? I've never met the guy, and most of the people that are grieving right now are in the same situation. So why is that? What does that mean? And I've just been kind of wrestling with that, you know. Um, Number one, seeing something like that is just like, it's incredibly inhumane and horrific. Number one, and I have questions, you know, like, this was a man of faith. Like, how does this happen? How does God let this happen to him, for his wife and kids, you know, to be present and see that? Like, well, why? And so these are unanswered questions that I have. And I think the biggest thing is, number one, he was killed for having ideas and opinions, and he was killed for not having the same idea as a fraction of the far left. And the reality is this: I think the real core problem here is, and one reason why so many people all over the world are resonating, is because we believe the things that he believes. Like, we share those values, okay? We share a faith. We share a freedom in the United States to be able to express ourselves. And they didn't just kill Charlie Kirk. They killed him for the things that he believes. The problem is, that is what I believe. And if they can kill him for what he believes, they can kill me for what I believe. And they can kill how many other hundreds of millions of people all over the world just for the things that they believe. And I think that's one of the things that has drawn so many people to this, is because, like, it is very easy to see that if you could do that to him, you could do that to her, you could do that to him, you could do that to me. And I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I get not liking someone. I get hating somebody. I get the fact that you might want someone to die. Okay. I get that. But that doesn't mean that you act out on these things. Do you understand? We're not 5 years old. These are things that 4-year-olds don't do. And these are grown adults. And how does one human do that? And then how does a series of thousands, at least, if not a million, other humans celebrate the death? And it's obviously, there's two things. Number one, it's just pure evil. It's just pure evil. And then the other one is probably the bigger one, which is just, it's ignorance. So many of these people that are celebrating his death, or a lot of them anyway, they're the same kids, right? And he set out on a mission, Charlie Kirk did, to, at least as I saw, he wanted to gain 10 points of the youth vote within 10 years, okay? And he wound up doing it in 4 years. And so he knew that in order for to do this, he was going to need to infiltrate the younger audience, the youth movement, okay? So I felt like this was his calling, politically and from God, of course, to share his beliefs to the younger audience. And so he took it out on college campuses, okay? And man, you want to talk about like walking into the fire. Okay. So, I mean, I went to what is considered a conservative school. I went to Auburn. Okay. But I can tell you this, after touring and doing music for as long as I did, I toured all these college campuses. I played shows all across the country in all these colleges. And you cannot even fathom how liberal the majority of all of these colleges are. Like, when I say the majority of the faculty, these are the people that you pay money to. And it is 4 and 5 years of indoctrinating your children with their political beliefs. And I was doing a conversation with ChatGPT, some time ago, and it was just like, it was utterly amazing to me. And this is still crazy. The fact that so many people go to college and so many people are indoctrinated with the left-wing agenda, okay? And I'm not even saying that like that's a problem. Like, I vowed to get out of politics many, many years ago. I grew up on the debate team. Like, I thought for the longest time like I was going to be Charlie Kirk. Okay? Like, I felt like I was pulled to do that. And at some point I felt like I wasn't, okay? And maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm really upset too, is because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. I teach and I coach restoration guys because that's what I've done. That's what I did. And I'm trying to find out what God wants from me, for me to do and live in my life. Like, this is an unanswered question. I don't have this answered. I'm doing what I'm doing now because I don't know anything else. Okay. I want to honor the tools and the platform that he gave me. He gave me the ability to speak. And so, like, just to give you guys a little bit of a background, like, I grew up like lower middle class, okay? Like, in a trailer in Alabama. Probably not even middle class, to be honest with you, which is fine. I'm not what you would call very smart. Like, I was a C student and I had to work to get C's. You understand? My parents, I came from a broken family. My parents did not push school on me. My mom worked nights. I did whatever I wanted. I kind of raised myself. Okay. And I wasn't a good kid. I got in trouble with the law at a young age, but I turned it around. You understand? Like, we got in trouble when I was probably 14 or 15. But then I turned it around. And then that's when I got involved with the debate team. And like, I was an athlete growing up. I didn't do music. I played sports. Okay. I played sports. All I knew is that I was quick-witted and I argued a lot, and I could argue to a wall and I would win. And so I found the platform that was debate, one-on-one, Lincoln Douglas LD, and then policy. And like, I did it the last 2 years of high school. And the funny thing is, I was in there with all of these smart kids and I was the idiot. I was the dumb jock. Do you understand? Like, I graduated high school. I shouldn't even played football. Like, they fixed my grades to let me play football. But there I was on the debate team. And that was this one place for me where I was better than everybody else. Just better than everybody else. And I don't remember what my record was, but it was like 100, 110, or 120 to like 9. Like, I won. I did not lose over 2 years. And I was just better than everybody that I ever met. Only one person beat me twice, by the way. Emily Baggett. I remember it was a chick too. But like, this was something I was good at. And it was the gift of wit. And I was charged. I was politically charged. I was a right-wing conservative. And it's not that I'm not, but like, as I got older, I became more libertarian. Does that make sense? And I just got more uninvolved with politics. But I mention all these things to you because, like, for the longest time, I thought all I was going to do, like when I got out of high school, I was going to go to the University of Alabama on the debate team, political science, law school. That was it. And like, that is the gift that God gave me. Do you understand? Like, I could go on any debate right now and like, I'm going to hold my own with anybody, like all of them. Okay. But like, I just didn't know what kind of difference it was going to make. And then I had music. Okay. So I had music and I chose music. And so I don't know. It goes back to like, what am I trying to do now? I'm trying to honor the gifts that God gave me. Okay. I've got quick wit, debate, voice, speaking. I'm a good speaker. I'm funny sometimes, and I did music like that was honoring, I can sing. And so I tried to honor those things. And then, so anyway, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. And I'm 48 years old. And the problem I think that I've seen with Charlie Kirk movement is like, I don't know what we're waiting on. I don't know what you're here to do. I don't know what I'm here to do. I can't really imagine that it's here to help guys grow a restoration business forever. Like, I feel like I can probably do more than that. So I think the biggest thing is like, as this country, we want to find out, why are we here and what are we supposed to do? And this is probably going to have something more to do with God than it has anything to do with like your politics. Okay. It's just kind of hard to be a Christian and be a liberal. Like, it could probably be pulled off, maybe, but at some point you're having to draw some fuzzy lines. And look, when it comes to politics, like, dude, I don't have all the answers. And like, even the Bible, like, there's some mysterious stuff going on in the Bible, dude. And it's like, and I tell most people don't read their Bible, because if you read the stuff, you're like, what? And I don't have all the answers. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense to me. But then you got the story of Jesus, and so what now, I don't know. I'm sure Jesus would tell us to love one another. What he's always said. I don't even know if Charlie would want the death penalty for the shooter. Like, I just don't know. I know what we probably should do. We probably should pray for those people. But it's not easy to do because I'm pissed. I'm pissed. So for me, what I would probably say for you guys is like, this is probably, it's kind of a wake up call to figure out, who are you? Why are you here? And what are you doing? What are you waiting on? These are the questions that I'm asking myself. I've joined a men's group recently at our church. And one of the first things they said was, and this is a business leaders group, okay? So it's like a mastermind for business owners at the church. And the first thing they said was like, we're here to meet one another and, do all this stuff. But like, God's going to bless your business. But the first thing you're going to have to do is give your business to God. And I was like, I don't even know what that means. And what does that look like? And partly because like, I don't even know that I've fully given my life. Like, all of the things, like, I give pieces to God, but then I got plenty of things that I keep for myself. You know what I'm saying? I got a pretty good life carved out. And I think part of me is just kind of scared because I don't want to give it up. Selfishly speaking, So I'm scared, probably. And maybe disappointed in myself, because like maybe I feel like Charlie just did a better job of doing those things. Like I would want to think that I would do all that stuff, but like, dude, I don't know. Like you asked me, would I be willing to say goodbye to my wife and kids because of my political beliefs? No, there's zero chance. My family means too much to me. But then you flip it on its head, and like, and what has God called you to do? That's a different question. So I think I know what I like to say. But I think for me, it's just more of like, I'm having to check myself. Okay. And maybe this video here is just me kind of unwinding and opening. Like, I didn't know how I wanted to approach the subject. Like I was still processing it, just processing it. And because all these questions that I ask, they go back to, well, why am I here? And what am I doing? And I'm trying to share with you guys like who I am and what I believe and how am I honoring the gifts that God gave me? Okay. Like with video and with my voice and entertainment and education. Like these are the things that I'm trying to do, but I just don't know exactly what they all are. And so in the men's group, these are one of the things that we're trying to wrestle and trying to untangle. But I would invite you to do something similar if you have not yet already. Okay. I've started down this journey already, but then like just Charlie getting killed has just kind of escalated the situation, I guess, like slid it further to the top. And there's going to be a lot of division. All I can say is like, we need to stay together. Okay. And we need to find out why we're here, and we need to honor that sooner rather than later. Okay. And, just love people, man. I don't know what I'll wind up doing long term, I'm hoping that I can find it sooner rather than later. And I'm going to do this until then. But anyway, I think that's all my message is, man. Let's find out who you are and why you're here. And it's time that we probably start answering that. I'm out.